What's going on, guys? It's Alex Leva back here again for another interview video. And today I got Brian O'Halloran with me, Dante Hicks himself. How's it going, man?
Doing good. Thanks for having me, man.
This is Jeff Anderson's first con.
It is.
Did you get the sense that he was like a little like nervous about the whole thing, or?
Well, yeah, he definitely is nervous about the whole thing. He's not familiar with how the conventions are, but through the great works of the ZSC Entertainment people, who is our agency, we got him on board to do this. And this one here at Astronomicon is a great show to be your first show. The guys here, this is their third year doing it. I was here for the very first year, 2 years ago, and that was a great show. That was 10 inches of a blizzard and people still came out. Tons of people are here, so this was a really great reception for him to come out and be a part of it. It's our 25th anniversary year of the movie being released, so it was a perfect time for him to come out and do it.
Please welcome to the stage, Brian O'Halloran, Jeff Anderson, everybody, give it up!
Mr. Jeff Anderson.
Are you having fun so far?
No, I'm not.
No fun?
I want to leave immediately.
This guy-
It was weird because people would always ask me about it. I'm like, why doesn't Jeff do these? I'm like, he hates people, but he loves gatherings. For Jeff to come back and this be his very first con ever.
I got my cherry busted by several hundred people.
Yeah.
Kevin's gonna built this whole world, and I'm glad you're back in with it, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, there's no Avengers without Captain America or Iron Man.
I have to say, Astronomicon was a good start to this. I have like 6, 7, 8 more of these booked, and you guys have really been kind, and you haven't scared me away. Thank you.
What's your favorite thing about Kevin as a director?
Jeff?
He's really laid back. I am not an actor, and I know, surprise. He really takes his time with me, and he's just chill. The whole set is chill. It's we do a scene, we have our dialogue, and then you hear him way off in the back screaming out shit to say, try this. Everything has fuck in it, and it's just a lot of fun working with him.
Clerks 3 win?
Oh, that's a Kevin question.
Can we get him on the phone?
No, I'm not your fucking mom.
Good answer.
No, he's on tour with the new Jay and Silent Bob reboot. Once he's done with the tour in February, I think that's when he'll roll up a big fat B and fucking start typing that up. There's also a rumor of a Mallrats too, so we'll see. Trust me, once we know, which is usually through the internet, am I right, Jeff? Yeah. Once we know.
Kevin doesn't tell anybody anything.
Yeah.
It's taken a while for him to write the script because he writes it on rolling paper.
What did I do at page 22? Oh, fuck, I smoked page 22.
Clerks is my favorite comedy of all time. I've been watching it ever since I was a little kid, and it has such a huge fan base of people who quote it all the time. Do you think the Clerks fan base is growing with each generation, like a
Absolutely.
lot?
You know what it is? It's the fans who are fans when we were all in our early 20s when we made the film are now, parents themselves, and then those kids are now old enough where we could show them these movies without it being awkward. So now we have these parents with these kids who are in there from 17 up to 23, 25, enjoying the movie, and then some of those 20-year-olds are showing it to even more people, their friends. And so it's that type of thing. It's a film that holds up really, really well.
You said that you're working on a new script as well as a new podcast. Could you talk a little bit about that, or?
Sure. The podcast is called The O'Halloran. I've been developing. I've recorded a couple of episodes already, and it's just a matter of time of when we were releasing it. When we were going to do Clerks 3 a couple of years ago, I was going to go out with it then, and then we pulled that back, and it was just been me hedging on when to release it. So now I have like about what I'm going to be calling classic episodes. I have about 12 of them already recorded. Once I get it all set up, it should be this year that now that Jeff's on board for things that we can start releasing stuff out like that.
Have you ever been interested in making films, or
Oh yeah, no,
I
have
been interested in acting?
I have 2 or 3 scripts that I've been working on for a couple of years now that I want to get right to do. One's a comedy, one's kind of like a dramatic kind of piece as well. So
that's cool.
Once I get that going, I know I have people who are willing to invest in me to make these films. So hopefully we can get that done.
Oh, cool. What would you say is your personal favorite memory on working on not just the original Clerks, but just any of Kevin's movies?
The most fun I've ever had on any of the Kevin Smith movies has to be Clerks 2. I mean, every day it was something different we were doing.
It's not every day that you get to show up at work and your boss says, all right, this is what I want you to do. My wife is going to straddle you. You're guys going to make out while I film you. Go.
One day, we're having a big dance routine in the parking lot and on the roof of Rosario Dawson. The next day, we're watching a donkey show. Another day, we're at a go-kart track all day.
Yeah.
And then we're going to finish off with you making out with Rosario Dawson. I'm like, and I'm getting paid?
You know, there's so many things that were going on that it was just different and fun, and it was weird to be even paid for it all because I had so much fun.
My favorite scene was always in the original Clerks ordering the porno movies. I knew at some time we were filming that, you know, we never thought anybody was going to see it, but I knew at some point my mother was going to watch this thing. And I remember before we started, it was in the script, and I'm going, you know, Kev, could we dial back some of the names of these things? And he took the piece of paper and he said, yeah, let me cross some of these names off. We set up the camera and everything else. He said, are you ready to go? We actually had them written down. He handed the paper back to me, and there were 5 new titles.
There are some fan theories about the first Clerks. Are there any of them that you particularly really like or agree with?
Fan theories. You know what? I just making the movie was hard enough, and to keep track of all these years, 25 years, to find out and try to do this alternate universe fan theory stuff, I leave it to Kevin to come up with it. I don't worry about it. Look, hand me scripts, let me say the lines, and then we move on from there. And to be honest with you, everything that Kevin has written for these characters specifically have been right on point.
Stereotypically speaking, who would you say is like the typical Kevin Smith fan? Like,
I'm not gonna pigeonhole any Kevin Smith fan. And to be honest with you, our fan base ranges from the age range from very much older people than even myself who love these films, who say it's just so perfect and on point, to people who are so young, we're like, how do your parents even allow you to watch these films? So, you know what, a lot of them come to the Comic-Cons. I'm not going to lie, Kevin knows his fan base is the Comic-Con based type of fan base, or the people who are like fans of Twisted and the bands who are here this weekend. And even horror kind of genre people love that film. So it reaches out to everybody. Look, it's a movie about the working man, so working people love it.
Do you have any advice for aspiring actors? Or
aspiring actors, what I tell them all the time is to make sure you get to places on time. 15 minutes early is technically on time. You get there at 8 o'clock when you're supposed to be there at 8 o'clock, you're kind of late because you still have to get yourself situated. Know all your material, get your lines done, be professional. Don't be the one who doesn't know what they're doing on set. That just wastes time and money. And thirdly, make sure you take lessons. It's great to know all the technical aspects of being a part of it. Know what it means by when it says, you know, check the gate. Know what it means when it says foreground, background, things like that. And don't be afraid to study. Study is the best thing, every time.
What question would you say you get the most at these conventions, or
are
just
you
in
even
general?
Are you even supposed to be here today? That's the question I get the most. And that's how we're going to end this one.
Well, are you?
I am supposed to be here. I'm Brian O'Halloran, and I'm out of here. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video. I really appreciate it. Let me know what you guys thought of the video down below, as well as if you did enjoy it, give it a thumbs up. And a few things I wanted to talk about before I close this thing out. First of all, I know some of you guys may be thinking like, man, those questions were kind of basic. It was the kind of thing to where, you know, I'd only figured out about this con like less than a week before going, so I only had a short amount of time to like think of things to ask. And plus, you know, Clerks is the kind of movie to where there's a lot of trivia about it, and, you know, pretty much every question's already been answered. I know you guys may be thinking like, oh, why didn't Jeff Anderson join you guys for the interview? At the time he said to come back to do the interview, he was already gone. He left early, you know, which is unfortunate. I would have, of course, loved to get, you know, both of them, but, you know, it's still fantastic, you know, that I got, you know, Brian O'Halloran. He was a really nice guy. Keep up the good work. When the video is done and stuff, tag me on these social medias. I'll share it or retweet it.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you.
Not at all. Careful getting back to where you're going back to, and I'll see you next time.
Thank you, sir.
And good luck with all your studies.
And yeah, me on my phone throughout the whole thing looked kind of bad, but it wasn't the kind of thing to where I was like playing on it. Like I was just like looking to see what question I wanted to ask next. The link to the full Clerks Q&A panel is down below if you guys want to watch the full thing. Also, be sure to follow Brian O'Halloran on all of his social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you guys want, follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Labonimus, and add me on Snapchat at Label with 5 A's. And also, I want to give a shout out to my good friend Scotty, who helped me film this interview. Thanks for that, bro. The link to his Snapchat as well as his Instagram is going to be down below as well. All these links, everything I'm saying is going to be in the description below. And if you guys want, check out my channel. It's pretty much vlog content mixed with movie reviews here and there. that sort of thing sounds interesting to you, then check it out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.